Hey there everybody, welcome to another game on the channel. This one not Stratomatic. We're still in the middle of the Strat series 1977, but decided to take a quick diversion into the APBA world to play a game of APBA. I haven't played APBA on the channel in quite some time. This is APBA Basic. I do have the Merino boards, but in seeing a lot of chatter on the Facebook pages and seeing some comments in general, a lot of people a lot of the APBA fans anyway, seem to be more into APBA Basics. That's what I'm going to go with. This is 1986 opening day in Los Angeles, and it will be Fernando Valenzuela for the Dodgers against Eric Shao of the Padres. Valenzuela, a B-grade pitcher, as is Shao. Valenzuela with an X, Shao with a Y and a W. All right, let's go ahead and get our lineups together. I did decide to go ahead and just use a plain old piece of notebook paper to keep score. And I'm also keeping score in the spirit of at-bat by at-bat, not inning by inning. So these are all set up as at-bat by at-bat. I calculated San Diego's defensive team rating, which is a 2. I have yet to do the Dodgers. I forgot to do that, so let's do that now. 7 for Duncan, 2 for Landro, and 3 for Madlock makes that a 12. 3 for Brock is a 15, 1 for Marshall is a 16, 1 for Stubbs is a 17, 8 for Sosha is a 25, 7 for Sachs is a 32, and 2 for Valenzuela is a 34. And in APBA Basic, when you have a 34, that is fielding column 3. So San Diego's fielding column 2, Los Angeles fielding column 3. And there you see the lineups. So we'll dispense with the formal lineups and just go straight to the game. Do have the official APBA shaker, because if you're going to play APBA, you ought to have the APBA shaker. I've seen people play it without the shaker, but I think if you're going to play APBA, you need to play it, I hate to say the word by the book, but I think you need to play it let's put these in here so you can see. I think you need to play it the way it's meant to be played, which is with the shaker. All right, so I think everything is in view now. The only thing I'm worried about is if I roll the dice too much, it might be out of camera, but I think as long as I keep it, looks like I can see all the way up to here, so as long as it stays on the board, you'll be able to see the dice roll. So we'll go from there. Hopefully nothing flies off all over the place. So Bip Roberts is going to lead off for the Padres here against Valenzuela, 1986 APBA Basic. It is opening day. I'm not doing any kind of season. It's just a one-off, and I just happened to pick opening day. 1986 style. And I wanted the game without the DH. So that's why I went National League. Here we go. 24 for Bip Roberts is a 27. And I do have the Basic APBA book. Basic APBA right here. I'm not going to show it every time. I'll show it in the first play. 27, fielding column number 3 is where we're looking. Come down here to 27. It's an out at first, 5-3, unless the pitcher has an X. If we look at Fernando, he's got the X, and the X changes. The X will change that potential ground ball to third into a strikeout. So Fernando struck him out. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, and Fernando got a strikeout. All right, so here's Tony Gwynn. I had to do an APBA reference since I'm playing APBA. They're very close together. Here's Gwynn. 31's an 8. B-grade pitcher, and an 8 is a fly out to center field. That's 1 away. Or 2 away, rather. And here is Kevin McReynolds, center fielder. 33, first double of the game, that's a 0, so we go to the second column. 63 is a is a 6, go to the second column. 6 is a double. So Kevin McReynolds, a 2-out double, and we'll go to chart second base, run on second chart for Steve Garvey. 55, that's an 8 again. 8 on a B-grade pitcher, runner on second, says out at first, runner to third, pitcher to first covering. or just a 1-3 ground out rather. And so that's going to end the inning. So Valenzuela keeps the Padres off the board here in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. San Diego nothing. LA coming to bat. And Mariano Duncan steps to the plate. 42 is a 13, and that is a whiff. And I forgot to write down the little at-bat by at-bat section, so let's do that. And I've got the pitching boxes up here and the line score up here, so hopefully it'll all fit. We shall see. One down as Duncan whiffs. Ken Landreau, 21. 21 is a 30. That's the obligatory fly to left for out number 2. And that brings up Bill Madlock. 12. 12 is a 25. Fielding column 2 for the Padres at 25. It's a line out to second, so he lines it right to Bip Roberts to end the inning. Nothing doing on either side. After one complete, it's no score. Valenzuela back out. Will be facing Carmelo Martinez. Carmelo, let's put him up here where you can see him. I think the batter needs to pretty much be where the batter box is to be seen, so let's make sure I can do that. 51 is a 9. B-grade pitcher a 9 with the bases empty, I believe, is going to be a base hit, but let's verify that. 9 and a B is a single over shortstop, so it is a base hit. Carmelo Martinez reaches, and now we'll go to the runner on first chart for Gary Templeton. Templeton, 56 is a 34. Fielding column 3 at 34 is a pop out to short unless the pitcher has a Y. He does not have the Y, so it's a pop out to short. One away. Shao has the Y. It would have been a strikeout for him, but not for Fernando. One away, and here's Kennedy. 24 is a 13. That's a strikeout no matter who you are. 2 down for Jerry Royster. 55 for Royster is an 8 with a runner on first. B-grade pitcher in an 8 says out at first on a 5-3 ground out. So that's going to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Pods. We go to the bottom of the second. Shao facing Greg Brock. 12. 12 is a 25. Fielding column number 2 with the bases empty. Fielding column number 2. Let me get my tab over here correctly. 25 is a 4-3 ground out unless the pitcher has an X. He's got a Y but not an X, so it's just going to stay a 4-3 ground out. One down, and that will bring up Mike Marshall. And these are the as-played opening day lineups from 1986. 24 is a 13. Struck him out. 2 down. For Franklin Stubbs. 14 is a 30. 14 is the world famous fly to left on the 30. So that will take care of that. And the Dodgers are gone quickly here in the second. We go to the third with it still being no score, and Eric Shao to lead off. 26 for Shao. He strikes out. One away. So Shao is gone. That brings up the top of the order in Bip Roberts. 21 for Roberts is a 30, and again, the obligatory fly to left. So 2 down for Tony Gwynn. 36 for Gwynn is a 33, and with the bases empty, 33 is a pop-up to second unless the pitcher has a Y. He does not, so it's a pop-up, 2 sacks to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the third. Still goose eggs on the board. It will be Sosha, Sachs, and Fernando. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup against Eric Shao. Twenty-four is a 13. Struck him out. 1 down for Steve Sachs. 15 is an 11. An 11 is with a B-grade pitcher. An 11. Single to left, batter steals second on the next pitch. So it's a stolen base, single and a stolen base for Steve Sachs. And he will be at second base with 1 out for Fernando. So he stole before Fernando had a chance to sacrifice him over, so now Fernando's going to just swing away. Fernando traditionally a pretty good hitting pitcher. 15 is an 8, and there you go. 8 is a B grade pitcher, though. It's just a ground ball to third. I'm sorry, ground ball to the pitcher, and the runner will go to third. So it's 2 down. Sachs will now go to third. And we're back to the top of the order for Mariano Duncan against Shao. 51. 51 is a 9 with a runner on third and a B grade pitcher. Single through short, runner scores. Batter out trying for second. So how about that? He singles, but he's out 7-6. Left fielder shortstop, that's what it says. But Sachs will score before the out is recorded. And the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead after 3. So Duncan with the RBI single gets thrown out trying to stretch it, but the Dodgers take that 1-0 lead into the 4th, and Kevin McReynolds, the batter. So I'm going to try to honor the fatigue as far as the batters faced for both pitchers. 32 for Valenzuela, 25 for Shao. And then we'll get the bullpens going once they get close to those numbers. Or if they need to be pinch hit for, obviously. Here's McReynolds, 33, and that's a 0. So he's going to get a base hit coming up here on the second roll. 64 would have been a strikeout, but second roll is a 6. That's another double. McReynolds has doubled both times. So Kevin McReynolds, the only ones to have figured out Fernando, seemingly. Runner on second, nobody out for Garvey as the Padres look to tie the game. 54 is a 32. 32 is a fly out to right field. Runner goes to third with fielding column 3. Had they been fielding column 2, they would have held. But fielding column 3, the runner is going to go to third. So that's important because now he can score on a ground out or anything like that. They're going to bring the infield in with a runner at third and 1 out. They're going to bring the infield in and try to cut off a cheap run. Here's Carmelo Martinez, 16, 28. 28 says, well, now that's interesting because 28 actually does matter whether it's in or out for the infield. 28, we got C and we got D. Now, C means the infield's in, D means they're deep. So here, the fact they had the infield in says out at first, runner holds, shortstop to first. Had they been playing the infield back, the runner would have scored. So that time playing the infield in helped them out. They cut off that, or kept the runner from moving. That ground ball to short freezes the runner. 2 down for Templeton. So take a base hit from Templeton, and they might just get it. 44, though it's an 8. And 8 with a B grade pitcher is a fly out to right field on the runner on third category. So Fernando again pitches out of it. Nothing doing. Padres threatened but couldn't make it happen. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Dodgers. And here's Kenny Landreau. 12 for Landreau is a 25, and now I need to get back to my bases empty chart. In fielding column number 2, 25 is ground out 4-3. Runner at the pitcher has an X, which he does not. It would have been a strikeout, but it's 4-3 on the putout. 1 away from Madlock. 36 is a 33, and a 33 is a pop-up to second base. If you have a Y, it's a strikeout, so Shao will actually record the strikeout instead with that Y modifier. So 2 down, and that's going to bring up Greg Brock. 31 is a 9. B grade pitcher in 9 is a single over the shortstop. So 2 out single for Greg Brock. Moves us to runner on first board for Mike Marshall. 55 is an 8. B grade pitcher in 8, though, is going to be a ground out to third to end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Dodgers, but they still hold a 1-0 lead as we go to the 5th. And Fernando back out will be facing Terry Kennedy, Jerry Royster, and Eric Shao. Kennedy, 15 is an 8, but a B-grade pitcher. It's going to take care of that 8, no problem. Fly out to center field. 1 away. Brings up Jerry Royster. 16's a 28. 28 is a ground out to short. That's 2 down. For the pitcher, Eric Shaw. Strikeout victim, his first chance. 64, he's going to be a strikeout victim again. Innings over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th we go. Still 1-0 Dodgers. Oops. And Franklin Stubbs is going to lead things off. It'll be Stubbs, Sosha, and Sachs. 24-13, struck him out. Stubbs is out of there. Here's Sosha. 16's a 28. 28 is going to be a ground ball to short. 2 down. One thing about APBA basically is it plays very quickly. I will say that. So you can, if you want to do any kind of project, you could get it done a lot quicker than some of the other games because they play so fast. 23 is a 12, and that's going to be a ground out to third to end the inning. So nothing doing there. We go to the 6th. Still 1-0. Favor of the Dodgers, and Bip Roberts, top of the order, will lead things off against Fernando. 25's an 11, and 11 is a single with the runner stealing second. So automatic steals in the basic game, and Bip Roberts singles and steals second base, so he's put himself in scoring position for Tony Gwynn. See if the Padres can get the equalizer on the board. 62 for Gwynn, and that is a fly to left. Out number 1. Runner, of course, holds with the ball hit to left field. Brings up Kevin McReynolds. Oops. Kevin McReynolds. 55, and that is an 8. B-grade pitcher and an 8 with a runner on second is a ground ball to the pitcher with the runner going to third. So there's 2 down. Roberts will make it to third, but now there are 2 outs, and it's up to Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey with a runner on third, and 2 outs. 45 is a 14. That's going to be a walk, and that'll put runners at the corners. And now I have to go to the runner on the corner board for the Carmelo Martinez at bat. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. 35 is a 14, and that's going to load the bases. So 2 walks in a row have loaded the bases for Gary Templeton. 2 outs, bases loaded. 2 outs and the bases are loaded. Templeton, 53 is an 18. Fielding column 3, and 18 is first on an error. Runners advance 2 bases. So how about that? A 2-base error. A 2-base error on shortstop Mariano Duncan. And that will bring home 2 unearned runs. Big error. No RBI, obviously, given on that. But the Padres now lead it 2-1. And runners are now at second and third after that 2-base error. And here's Terry Kennedy. 13 for Kennedy is a 14, and that will be a walk to load the bases again. And now the third baseman, Jerry Royster, comes up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Fernando trying to get that last out. 43 is a 29. 29 is a ground out to first. Oops, wait a minute, I was looking at second, third. Let me get the bases loaded. 29, let's see here. If there are 2 outs, says just pitcher to first, ground out. Would have been a forced play at the plate with less than 2 outs, but they'll take it there. It's 2 runs. They were unearned, but they'll take them. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is the Padres out in front, 2-1 now. Now Valenzuela is set to lead off the inning. So do they want to pinch hit for Valenzuela, or are they going to, you know what, they're going to They want some offense. They're down 2-1, so they're going to pinch hit for Fernando. And there'll be a new pitcher coming on for the Dodgers. And that new pitcher will be, let's see, we don't know yet who the pitcher is going to be. I think it's going to be Ed Vandenberg, the lefty. Not that it matters in basic. The lefty-righty doesn't really matter, but I'll try to play it as if who I think the manager would go to. So now the pinch hitter, we're going to go with Enos Cabell. So Enos Cabell will pick up a bat and hit for Valenzuela. He is the pinch hitter. Enos Cabell. See what he does against Shao. 63 is a 31. He flies to center. One away, and just out of curiosity, Valenzuela's card of 63 would have been a 32. He would fly to right, so about the same. But now Valenzuela is out of the game. In fact, we can close the book on Valenzuela. 6 innings, 2 runs. They were not earned, though. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. A lot of walks. He walked 1, 2, 3 in the same inning. 3 in the 6th inning. All 3 walks came in the 6th inning. 3 walks, an error, and a base hit produced the 2 runs. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I've got him for 4 strikeouts. All right, so Cabell, the pinch hitter, is gone. Back to the top of the order from Mariano Duncan. 63 is a 32. That's a fly to right. 2 down. Brings up Ken Landreau. 62, that's a 30. It's a fly to left. Ends the inning. So we go to the 7th. Still 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers. I'm sorry, in favor of the Padres. And now, Ed Vandenberg. Go from one V Valenzuela to another V Vandenberg. Ed Vandenberg will be facing Bip Roberts. I'm sorry, nope, it's Eric Shao to lead off. My bad. I didn't have Shao. Royster made the last out, so Shao is actually leading off. Then it'll be Bip Roberts, but Shao is going to lead it off. 46 for Shao. He strikes out. Shao's out of there. Here's Bip Roberts. 42. 42 is a 13. He strikes out. 2 straight strikeouts for Vandenberg. Here's Tony Gwynn. 36. 36 is a 33. And fielding column number 3 on a 33 is a pop out to the first base. I'm sorry, looking at bases loaded. Let me get the bases empty. I was on bases loaded. Bases empty. 33 is a pop out to second unless the pitcher has a Y. He does not. So it's a pop out to second to end the inning. Vandenberg is just a B grade pitcher with no other modifiers. So 7th inning stretch is upon us, with the Padres clinging to a 2-1 lead. And Bill Madlock steps to the plate, and he is 0 for 2. Madlock, Brock, and Marshall here in the 7th. 43 is a 29, fielding column 2. And that's going to be a ground out, pitcher to first, unless he has the X, which he does not. So it's 1 away for Greg Brock. 34 is a 31. That's a fly to center. 2 down for Mike Marshall. 52. 52 is a 27. And that's a ground ball to third. Does not have the X, so no strikeout, but he gets the out. So Shao keeping that 2-1 lead going. And we go to the top of the 8th. It'll be McReynolds, Templeton, and Kennedy against Vandenberg. Fifteen is an 8. Vandenberg is a B grade pitcher, so that 8 is simply going to be a fly to center field. 1 down for Garvey. 56 is a 13. Struck him out. 2 down for Carmelo. Carmelo. 36 is a 33, and that is a pop out to the shortstop. I'm sorry, pop out to second, rather. Sachs has got it. Innings over. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still 2-1. It's going to be all for Vandenberg. He will be done. Coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be Franklin Stubbs, followed by Socha and Sachs, and a pinch hitter for Vandenberg if anybody gets on. 35 for Stubbs is a 13, struck him out. 1 down for Socha. 34 to 31, that's a fly to center, 2 down. Steve Sachs. Last time first time up, he singled and stole second and scored. Whoops, that thing came out prematurely. 43 is a 29. 29 is a ground out pitcher to first. Very easy inning for Shao. Going to do it for the Dodgers. In the 8th, we go to the 9th, and we'll get a new pitcher for Los Angeles. As it'll be Templeton, Kennedy, and Royster. If anybody gets on, probably a pinch hitter for Shao, and they'll go to the bullpen to finish it off. But with a 2-1 game, they're going to bring on Ken Howell. So Ken Howell will be on. Vandenberg goes 2 innings. And let's see how many hits he gave up. Nothing. He struck out 3 and didn't give up anything. So he retired all 6 he faced. All right, so Templeton now will be facing Ken Howell. Howell is a C-grade pitcher with an XY and a W. 46 is a 29, and a 29 is a ground out pitcher to first, but he has the X, so that means it's a strikeout for Ken Howell. 1 down. Here's Terry Kennedy. 56 is a 34. 34 is a pop out to second unless he has a Y. He has the Y, so it's a strikeout. 2 down for Jerry Royster. 52 is a 27, and that is a ground ball to third unless he has an X. He has the X, so Ken Howell strikes out the side here in the 9th. And now for the Padres, let's see, they're going to make a double switch, and we'll get a new left fielder for Carmelo Martinez, as he's not very good, and Shao will also, of course, leave the game. So the new left fielder is going to be Marvell Wynn. So Marvell Wynn, who's a 3, will come on, and he will bat 9th. So Marvell Wynn will take over in left. And the new pitcher is going to be none other than the Goose. So Goose Gossage will be coming on to try to close the door, so to speak. And let's get Carmelo Martinez out of there. He's not factored in anymore. So with the upgrade from a 3 to a 1, that still keeps them in fielding column 2. They don't get to fielding column 1 just yet, but it does keep them in fielding column 2. And right now, we have a pinch hitter for Ken Howell as we're at the pitcher spot. So pinch hitting time for the Dodgers. It will be, we've already used Cabell, so now it will be, if they have it's any good, they will go to Reggie Williams. That's the best, highest average hitter they have on the bench. Reggie Williams, backup outfielder. So Reggie Williams will pinch hit here against, he will pinch hit against the Goose. To start the 9th, close the book on Shao. He goes 8 innings, gives up the 1 run. Let's see how many hits he gave up. 1, 2, 3. He only gave up 3 hits. He didn't walk anybody. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a great line there for Shao. And now it's Reggie Williams, the pinch hitter, against Gossage. They trail 2-1. 65 is a 35. 35 is a ground ball to the first baseman. Garvey will put it away himself. 1 away. Back to the top of the order for Duncan. 51. 51 is a 9. Gossage is a C-grade pitcher. And a 9 on a C-grade pitcher is a pop fly or pop up to third. So pop up to third, and Royster makes the catch. 2 down for Ken Landreau, last chance for the Dodgers. 21 is a 30. That's the obligatory fly to left. And there's your ball game. The Padres come back and win it 2-1, thanks to a two-base error by two-base error by the shortstop, Mariano Duncan. It was Mariano. I don't know why I lost track of that there. The winner is Eric Schau. The save goes to Gossage. The loss goes to Fernando. Howell did pitch 1 inning, struck out all 3 batters he faced. So for the Padres, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. For the Dodgers, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error, as Gossage didn't allow anything in the 9th. So there is your final here on opening day 1986 APBA Basic pitching duel between Fernando Valenzuela and company and Eric Schau. And unfortunately for the Dodgers, this guy booted the ball because of fielding column number 3. He is a 7, which I think is a pretty bad fielder to begin with. So I think it wasn't the team that brought him down. It was himself that brought him down because he's just not a very good fielder. So that's the way it goes. 2-1 your score as we finish things off here in APBA Basic. Just a diversion to do something different from the Strat series, just to get a quick break from the Strat series. I've already played game 4, and that's uploading. So this one will be uploaded first. Or you know what? I might. It depends on which one uploads first. I might put this on before game 4. I might put it on after game 4. I haven't decided. Depends on what mood I'm in or whatever. But for now, that's going to do it from here. APBA Basic, San Diego, Los Angeles, 1986. It was the Padres with 2 unearned runs in the 6th to win it 2-1 and spoil opening day festivities for Fernando Valenzuela. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.